Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and this is an interesting one. As you guys know, if you watch the channel, I recently picked up a Wii U and a ton of games. One of those games being Shovel Knight, which was made by, is it Yacht Club Games or Yacht Games? I think it's Yacht Club Games. It is a retro-looking platformer released, I believe, in 14. I don't think it was 15. And it received much praise. And being that I am not really a platformer guy, I never really was that interested in it. Though I do like games that look old-fashioned. So once I got the Wii U, I was like, you know what? This game seems to be 20 bucks in Target. Everywhere else, it's kind of 20, 25. Let me just pick it up while I'm at Target. So I picked it up when I picked up the rest of those games on clearance, like Bayonetta 2 and Hyrule Warriors, etc. And I really, really enjoyed it. And it's funny because it totally just hit all the right spots. I love that it looked retro. I love that there was a little bit of a difficulty curve to it, but something that you could definitely feel yourself overcoming. I've since beaten the game once. I know you can go back and play New Game Plus, which is harder, or you can even now play as Plague Knight, which you can do via code, or I think beating the game once, whichever you so choose, which I haven't done yet. And you can also unlock co-op mode if you have a Shovel Knight amiibo. So there are some variations to the game if you do decide to play it again. It's about a 6-hour game, and it really kind of rekindled my interest in platformers. One of my buddies on the last YouTube video said, I thought you hated platformers. You picked up a Wii U, and it's got like the most platformers on it ever. And they're right. I think Shovel Knight was done so well, but also really, like I said, checked all my boxes because of it having a retro style to it. The music, the look, the humor even in a way, like it was self-aware. So I really liked it, and it's definitely one of my favorite platformers now that I've beaten it. The other thing, which is neither here nor there, but sort of ties in, it's not a Nintendo property, so it really doesn't matter, but, you know, this was the only, oh no, I think it did get a physical release on the PlayStation 3, was it? I think it was the PS3 as well. So, but don't quote me on that. Someone in a Reddit forum did a post about Nintendo, and how lots of people knock Nintendo, myself included. I've in the past said that they've been behind the times with their games, really more so with their online component, you know, playing people online and chatting with them and whatnot. I am having fun with using the Miiverse, and, you know, like, on Shovel Knight, you're able to go in, and if you achieve something, you can kind of like throw it out there and post it on the Miiverse and like write a quote or something, or, you know, something about your adventure or whatever. And this is kind of derailing the topic a bit here. Someone in Reddit wrote that they love Nintendo games, and their reason for loving Nintendo games and playing more of a lighthearted game, or, you know, sort of a pick up and play type of thing that Nintendo normally puts out compared to Microsoft or Sony sometimes, is that the world is negative enough and life is usually stressful enough in terms of driving to work with traffic, you know, bad things happening, working a job that sucks that you have to do because you have to make ends meet and pay your bills, your kids, and your, you know, significant others, and everything in life that, you know, can be great, but also can add some sense of, probably, I would assume, responsibility, negativity, arguing, you know, things that are bad, like bills. Bills suck, but you gotta pay them. And that Nintendo sort of throws that, like, lighthearted childhood or childlike kind of humor back in your life, which other companies don't necessarily do it as much. I found Shovel Knight to be in that same vein. I found Shovel Knight to really sort of, like I said, rekindle my interest in platformers. I always found them very difficult. I always found them kind of mundane and sort of like they have a bit of an anxiety to them, where am I going to make this jump? You know, if I don't make this jump, I'm going to die and go all the way back to the beginning, or lose all my money, or lose all my items, or whatever. Shovel Knight was so fair that, you know, with the checkpoint system, there's a checkpoint system in the game. You can choose to keep the checkpoints going, or you can destroy the checkpoints and get more money out of them. But then if you die, you go all the way back to the previous checkpoint. So there's a lot of risk-reward in that. It just really did it for me, and I was very happy to play this game and really get into it and have some downtime to be able to invest and beat it. And as I've been playing the other Nintendo Wii U games, or Nintendo titles, even though Shovel Knight's not a Nintendo title per se, it's really, I would say I agree with this guy on Reddit's post. You know, playing Hyrule Warriors, which is a Nintendo IP but was released or created by, is it Koei, the people who do Dynasty Warriors. It has like a lighthearted feel to it. Going back and playing Woolly World with Beth, which is another great platformer, has this lighthearted, just fun feel to it. You don't feel too stressed out or anxious, or like you have to worry too much. If you die, you die. You just kind of continue. The co-op of it really adds another layer of fun. But I would say Shovel Knight really did that for me, and kudos to them at Yacht Club Games for making a game that would bring, I would think, platformer fans along, and also people like myself who kind of burnt out on platformers as kids and sort of wasn't interested in them as adults, back into the fold. That retro look just really pulled me in. I've always liked that. I liked The Binding of Isaac because of the retro look. I liked Retro City Rampage look-wise. So, really cool stuff. And I liked Spelunky look-wise, but that's a whole other story with it being super difficult. So, that's really it. Just kind of a rambling car video, talking about my enjoyment of Shovel Knight and, I guess, Nintendo properties and Nintendo IPs and games in general. So, thanks guys for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.